as of today, the salary of the lowest paid rookie in the NBA is $616,000, and the highest paid star in the WNBA is only $115,000. The number that I've just given you kind of shows how drastic the pay gap is between the NBA and WNBA players. I chose to talk about this because I'm an NBA fan and I'm also a business major, so I think that this subject kind of includes both of those areas. Today I want to show you just how big the margin of salaries is between the two leagues, and what players on both sides of the spectrum think about this as WNBA players, and also inform you as to why there is such a drastic pay gap. The gap is really large and it's kind of hard to grasp by comparison. I tried to make a graph to show you guys, but the values for the WNBA players didn't even show up compared to the NBA salaries. Right now, or as of 2018, according to Forbes, the top player in the NBA was paid $31 million a year, and in comparison, the WNBA players, the top ones were only paid $110,000. They can go a little over $110,000, but that's only if they get special bonuses like winning MVP or Finals MVP. The average salary in the NBA is $6.2 million, while in the WNBA it's only $71,000, and the lowest NBA salary is $580,000, and the lowest WNBA salary is $50,000. So just to maybe help you grasp that a little bit, the difference between the top and lowest in the WNBA, in the NBA and WNBA, it's the WNBA players only paid 1/3% of what the top NBA players are paid, and the lowest paid NBA players are paid over 5 times what the top WNBA players are paid. Despite this huge difference, though, there's quite a few different views from WNBA players around the league. In a quote from Brittany Griner in an interview with Hype magazine, she said, "We should get paid more. I don't know where it's supposed to come from. That's not my job. That's somebody else's job, but we should definitely get paid more." Another player, Sue Bird for the Seattle Storm, said in an article from ESPN, "Look, we're not over here saying that we should be paid the same as men. We're realistic. We understand that this is a business and that their revenue is insane compared to ours. But there's a bias that exists." And yet another player, Kayla McBride, said in the same article, "The thing that bothers me most is the respect factor. Get to know the businesswomen, the scholars, the authors, the women of the league, and come to a game. If you hate it, okay. But if you've never been to a game, you're speaking about things you have no idea about." The reason this salary difference exists lies in the Sue Bird and Kayla McBride quotes. I want to do a little experiment. It may backfire on me, but I'm willing to bet it won't. How many of you guys know, by raise of hands, how many of you guys know who won the NBA championship this year? 2 of you guys? All right. Can either of you guys tell me who won the WNBA championship? No. That was 2 weeks ago, and it was the Washington Mystics. The NBA championship was 4 months ago, but you guys still know that one. Yeah, the reason it exists is for the NBA, it's all about revenue. They pull in so much more revenue than the WNBA that they're able to pay their players a lot more. However, the WNBA doesn't share as much of its revenue with the NBA, and that's what a lot of the backlash and critics are talking about. The NBA pays 50% of its revenues to its players, while the WNBA only pays 25% to its players. In conclusion, I hope I've given you enough information to have the ability to have an educated view about this, and I think that the best way to support the WNBA and help close that gap is by becoming interested in what the league has to offer and sparking interest in others as well.